Imagine diving into the depths of the Mediterranean Sea, the water cold and pressing against your skin like an unseen force. It's 1901, and a team of sponge divers stumbles upon a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera. Among the treasures, statues, coins, jewels, they haul up something utterly baffling, a corroded lump of bronze encrusted with the grime of centuries. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than ancient scrap. But as scientists peel back the layers, they uncover a device that defies everything we know about history. Welcome to the mystery of the Antikythera Mechanism, a 2,000-year-old analog computer that shouldn't exist. This is Tom Mackenzie, and you are listening to Unexplained History. If you are enjoying this show, make sure to subscribe on all major platforms like Apple, Spotify, and Spreaker. And if you want more unexplained content, swing by our website at unexplained.co. Picture it. The year is around 100 BCE in the Hellenistic world, where philosophers ponder the stars and engineers craft wonders in shadowed workshops. This device, now known as the Antikythera Mechanism, isn't just a relic. It's a masterpiece of ancient ingenuity. Inside that corroded bronze shell lies a complex system of gears, dials, and inscriptions. It models the cycles of the heavens, the positions of the sun, the moon, the planets, even predicting eclipses with eerie precision. The air thickens with the scent of olive oil lamps and the metallic tang of bronze being hammered. Craftsmen, their hands calloused and precise, assemble gears finer than anything seen for over a millennium. How? The complexity rivals medieval clockwork, yet this predates it by centuries. Listen to the faint whir of imaginary cogs turning, clicking into place like the ticking of fate itself. Feel the weight of the mystery pressing down, like the ocean depths that preserved it. Discovered in 1901, it took decades of X-rays and painstaking reconstruction to reveal its secrets. 30 interlocking gears, some as small as a fingernail, meshing with mathematical perfection. It calculates the metonic cycle, 19 years where solar and lunar calendars align. It tracks the Saros, predicting eclipses every 18 years. The atmosphere in those ancient workshops must have buzzed with intellectual fire. Scholars debating astronomy, gears grinding under torchlight, the thrill of discovery mingling with the salt air of the Aegean. But why does nothing like it survive elsewhere? No texts mention it. No other artifacts compare. Was it a one-off wonder, crafted by a genius lost to time? Or evidence of a forgotten technological age, buried by catastrophe or secrecy? The intrigue builds like a storm on the horizon. Imagine holding it in your hands, the cool, pitted metal whispering secrets of the cosmos. It challenges our timeline of human progress. How could Bronze Age smiths achieve such precision without modern tools? The gear's teeth, cut with accuracy down to fractions of a millimeter, suggest knowledge of differential gearing, a concept not rediscovered until the 16th century. The room grows dim, shadows dancing, as if the device itself casts spells of wonder and doubt. Emotions swirl, awe at the ingenuity, frustration at the gaps in history, a tingling suspense that perhaps we've only scratched the surface. Why was it on that ship? A gift for a Roman emperor? A tool for astrologers? The questions echo like waves crashing on ancient shores. pulling us deeper into the enigma. The Antikythera Mechanism stands as a testament to lost knowledge, a puzzle that rewrites history with every turn of its gears. But to truly unravel this mystery, we must journey back in time. Coming up, we will travel back to the specific era to set the scene and explore the world that birthed this impossible device. Stay tuned. The stars are aligning. Welcome back to Unexplained History. Before we dive into the heart of our mystery, let's step back in time. Picture the ancient Mediterranean world around 150 to 100 BCE, an era of wonders where the boundaries of knowledge were being pushed like never before. Join me as we explore the Hellenistic Age, a time when science, art, and the stars themselves seemed within human grasp. Imagine the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean, where the azure waves lap against bustling ports teeming with life. This is the Hellenistic world, born from the conquests of Alexander the Great, stretching from Greece to Egypt, from Persia to the edges of India. Cities like Alexandria pulse with energy, grand libraries housing scrolls of wisdom, scholars debating in shaded agoras, and artists carving marble into forms that capture the divine spark of humanity. The air is thick with the scent of olive oil, incense, and the salty tang of the sea. Merchants shout in a babel of tongues, unloading spices, silks, and strange artifacts from distant lands. In this era, philosophy isn't just idle thought, it's a way of life. Thinkers like Epicurus ponder the atoms that make up the universe, while Stoics teach resilience amid the chaos of empires rising and falling. Art flourishes too, sculptures of gods and heroes that seem to breathe, mosaics depicting epic tales underfoot in lavish villas. But it's the sea that truly defines this age. The Greeks are masters of maritime culture, their triremes slicing through waves with oars synchronized like a heartbeat. Navigation isn't guesswork, it's an art honed by generations. Sailors read the winds, the currents, and above all, the stars. Astronomical interest runs deep. Hipparchus maps the heavens, calculating the precession of the equinoxes with precision that astounds even today. Observatories dot the landscape, where astronomers gaze upward, charting celestial cycles that govern seasons, harvests, and voyages. Feel the cool night air on a hilltop in Rhodes or Kos, the sky a velvet dome pierced by countless lights. These aren't just twinkling points, they're guides, omens, and puzzles to solve. The moon's phases dictate festivals, planetary alignments influence kings' decisions. And technology? Oh, the ingenuity. Craftsmen in workshops forge bronze gears and levers, creating devices that mimic the cosmos itself. Archimedes' principles echo in every pulley and screw, turning human muscle into mechanical might. Wander the streets of Syracuse or Pergamon, where skilled artisans hammer away, their forges glowing like captured stars. They build automatons that pour wine at banquets, water clocks that chime the hours, and instruments to measure the Earth's curve. Science isn't separate from daily life. It's woven into it. Physicians like Herophilus dissect cadavers to map the body's mysteries, while engineers design siege engines that could topple walls. The atmosphere is one of boundless curiosity, a zeitgeist where the impossible seems just a theorem away. Yet, beneath the brilliance, there's a whisper of fragility. Empires clash. Knowledge is fragile as papyrus in flame. Still, in these ports, scholars dream of machines that could predict the stars' dance, tools to unravel time's secrets. The air hums with possibility. The sea calls to explorers, and the heavens, they watch, eternal and enigmatic. What an incredible era, full of innovation and wonder. But amidst this flourishing world, something extraordinary was created and lost to the depths. Coming up next, we uncover the first major event in this timeline, the discovery that shocked the modern world. Stay with us on Unexplained History. Welcome back, listeners. We've set the stage in the ancient waters off Greece, but now the real mystery begins to surface. Picture this. It's 1901, and a team of sponge divers ventures into the depths near the island of Antikythera. What they find changes everything. Let's dive in. The year was 1901. And the Mediterranean sun beat down mercilessly on the wooden deck of the sponge-diving boat. Captain Dimitrios Kondos and his crew of hardy Greek divers had sailed from the island of Symi, chasing rumors of rich sponge beds near Antikythera, a rugged, windswept rock in the Aegean Sea. The air was thick with the scent of salt and sweat, the waves lapping against the hull like impatient whispers. These men were no strangers to danger. Sponge diving was a brutal trade, descending into the cold abyss in heavy copper helmets and canvas suits, tethered by fragile air hoses to the world above. The sea here was treacherous, with swirling currents that could drag a man into the darkness without warning. But on this day, Easter time, their routine hunt would uncover something far more profound than sea sponges. Elias Stadiatis was the first to go down. At 42 meters, deeper than most dared, he felt the pressure squeezing his body, the water turning ink black around him. His boots crunched against the rocky seabed, strewn with jagged outcrops and hidden crevices. The current tugged at his lines, a constant reminder of the peril. Visibility was poor, the silt stirring like fog in the dim light filtering from above. But then, through the haze, shapes emerged. Not the soft, organic forms of sponges, but something unnatural. Lumps of corroded metal, green with the patina of ages, jutting from the sand. He reached out, his gloved hands brushing against what felt like bronze fragments encrusted with barnacles and sea growth. His heart pounded, not from fear, but from the thrill of the unknown. These weren't rocks, they were man-made. Signaling frantically through his lifeline, Stadiatis surfaced, gasping as his helmet was removed. His voice trembled with excitement and exhaustion. There's a shipwreck down there. Statues, horses, human forms, all buried in the sand. The crew exchanged glances, the heat of the sun forgotten in the rush of discovery. But these weren't pristine treasures. The bronze pieces were warped, eaten away by time and salt. resembling grotesque lumps more than artifacts. One fragment looked like a human arm, twisted and green. Another perhaps part of a mechanism, with gears barely visible beneath the corrosion. Puzzlement spread among the divers. This was no modern wreck. The style was ancient, perhaps from the time of the Greeks or Romans. Yet, how had it survived the centuries? The physical toll was immense. Repeated dives in the biting cold, fighting the currents that threatened to smash them against the rocks. Each haul brought up more enigmas, pottery shards, marble sculptures, and those peculiar bronze clumps that defied easy explanation. As the days turned into weeks, the realization dawned slowly, like the sun rising over the horizon. This was no ordinary shipwreck. The divers, their bodies aching from nitrogen narcosis and the relentless pull of the deep, began to whisper of curses or ancient ghosts guarding the site. The underwater terrain was a nightmare. Steep drop-offs, hidden caves, and debris fields that shifted with every tide. One diver nearly lost his life when his air hose snagged on a protruding beam. Yet they persisted, driven by the mystery unfolding before them. Among the finds, one lump stood out, a complex assembly of gears and dials, initially dismissed as part of a statue or instrument. Little did they know, this lump was the key to a technological marvel lost to history, challenging everything we thought we knew about the ancients. What started as a simple sponge dive had unearthed a puzzle from the deep. But the discoveries were just beginning, and with them came dangers that would test the limits of human endurance. Stay with us as we explore the escalation of this extraordinary event in the next segment. Welcome back, listeners, to Unexplained History. I'm Tom Mackenzie. We just delved into the initial incident of the Antikythera discovery, that fateful dive in 1901, where sponge divers pulled ancient treasures from the Aegean depths. But now, the real chaos begins. Imagine experts huddled over shattered bronze fragments, their minds racing with confusion and awe. What was this device? How could something so advanced exist from over 2,000 years ago? The high strangeness escalates as interpretations clash and mysteries deepen. Let's hand it over to our narrator to unpack the tense journey of unraveling this enigma. The room is dim, lit by flickering lamps in the early 1900s Athens Museum. Archaeologists lean in close, their breaths shallow with anticipation and frustration. Before them lie the recovered fragments, jagged pieces of corroded bronze, green with the patina of centuries underwater. But as they clean and examine, something emerges from the chaos. Gears. Tiny, intricate gears meshed together like the innards of a modern clock. This can't be right. In an era of chariots and scrolls, who could forge such precision? Conflicting interpretations erupt immediately. One expert declares it a simple astrolabe for navigation, practical, unremarkable. Another insists it's a calendar device, tracking lunar cycles for ancient rituals. But the shards whisper of more. Remnants of dials, inscriptions in faded Greek, hinting at planetary motions. The air thickens with debate, voices rising in heated arguments, papers scattering across tables like fallen leaves in a storm. Years drag on, decades even. From 1901 to the mid-20th century, understanding remains elusive, locked behind the device's shattered state. Frustration builds. It's like piecing together a puzzle with half the pieces missing, buried in the sea's unforgiving grasp. The tension mounts as time wears on the researcher's patience. Imagine the sensory overload, the metallic tang of bronze in the air, the scratch of pens on notebooks filled with sketches of impossible mechanisms. Emotions run high, awe mixed with disbelief. How could the ancients predict eclipses with such accuracy? Then, breakthrough moments shatter the stalemate. In the 1970s, new technology arrives like a lifeline. Derek de Sola Price employs gamma radiography, piercing the corrosion to reveal hidden layers. Gears upon gears, at least 30, interlocked in a symphony of motion. It's not just a calendar, it's an analog computer simulating the heavens with eerie precision. The chaos intensifies. Recent decades bring even greater revelations. High-resolution X-ray tomography in the 2000s, 3D imaging peeling back virtual layers without touching the fragile relic. Inscriptions emerge, detailing Saros cycles for eclipses, metonic calendars for moon phases. The device's sophistication escalates. Differential gears, a technology not rediscovered until the 14th century. A sense of awe overwhelms the experts. Whispers of lost knowledge echo through labs, the air electric with escalating mystery. Was this the work of a genius like Archimedes, or evidence of a forgotten civilization's peak? The fragments, once dismissed as curiosities, now pulse with otherworldly intelligence, defying time itself. Wow, that journey through the high strangeness leaves us breathless. The chaotic clash of ideas, the slow burn of discovery, and the awe-inspiring breakthroughs that rewrite history. But who were the minds behind these revelations? Stay tuned as we dive into the key figures involved in unlocking the Antikythera Mechanism secrets. You won't want to miss it. As the mystery of the Antikythera Mechanism deepened, it wasn't just ancient gears and inscriptions that turned the wheels of discovery. It was the brilliant minds of modern scholars, each driven by an unquenchable thirst for truth. In this segment, we meet the key players who peeled back the layers of this enigmatic device. From pioneering analysts to ingenious reconstructors, their stories are as captivating as the mechanism itself. Imagine a dimly lit study in the heart of Yale University, the air thick with the scent of old books and polished wood. Here, in the 1950s, sat Derek de Sola Price, a man whose eyes sparkled with the fire of intellectual curiosity. Born in London in 1922, Price was no ordinary historian. He was a polymath, blending physics, mathematics, and the history of science into a tapestry of insight. His journey with the Antikythera Mechanism began almost by accident when he stumbled upon photographs of the corroded fragments in a museum archive. What others saw as rusted junk, Price envisioned as a lost marvel of ancient engineering. He pored over X-rays and diagrams for years, his fingers tracing invisible gears in the air as he lectured to skeptical audiences. "This is not mere antiquity," he would declare, his voice booming with conviction. "It's a computer from the depths of time." Price's dedication was relentless. sleepless nights turned into groundbreaking papers that revealed the mechanism's complexity, predicting eclipses, tracking planets, a calendar of the cosmos in bronze. But it wasn't without struggle. Funding was scarce, and peers dismissed him as a dreamer. Yet, his passion humanized the science, turning cold metal into a bridge between eras. Now, shift the scene to a cluttered workshop in London, where the hum of lathes and the tang of metal shavings fill the air. Enter Michael Wright, a former curator at the Science Museum, whose hands were as adept with tools as his mind was with ancient puzzles. Born in 1943, Wright was a tinkerer at heart, a man who couldn't resist the call of reconstruction. While Price had illuminated the mechanism's purpose through theory, Wright sought to bring it back to life mechanically. Picture him hunched over a workbench, glasses perched on his nose, meticulously crafting gears from brass and steel. His models weren't just replicas, they were hypotheses in motion. "If it turns, it proves," he'd mutter to himself during long, frustrating hours when pieces wouldn't align. Wright's personality shone through his persistence, a quiet determination laced with dry humor, often joking about wrestling with ghosts from antiquity. His breakthroughs came in the 1990s and 2000s, revealing functions like the Saros cycle for eclipses and even a dial for the Olympic Games. Through failures, gears that jammed, theories that crumbled, Wright's passion deepened our understanding, proving the mechanism was no fluke, but a pinnacle of Hellenistic ingenuity. These remarkable individuals, Price, Wright, and the UCL team, transformed fragments of mystery into windows on ancient genius. Their stories remind us that behind every discovery lies human grit and wonder. But what did the authorities make of it all? Next, we delve into the official investigation, where science meets scrutiny. Welcome back, listeners. We've just delved into the profiles of those enigmatic figures tied to the Antikythera mystery. But now, let's turn to the cold, hard facts. What did the official investigations reveal about this ancient device? Was it truly a marvel of lost technology, or something more mundane? Join me as we explore the procedural side of history, the reports, the analyses, the unyielding march of scientific inquiry. Over to our narrator for the details. The story of the Antikythera Mechanism's investigation begins in the early 20th century, amid the dusty archives and sterile labs of archaeological institutions. Discovered in 1901 from a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera, the corroded bronze fragments were initially overlooked, mistaken for mere detritus from the sea floor. But as conservators at the National Archaeological Museum in Athens began their meticulous work, a complex geared device emerged from the encrusted layers. Picture the scene: white-gloved hands carefully brushing away centuries of sediment, the faint metallic tang in the air, and the quiet hum of early X-ray machines piercing the veil of time. By 1902, the museum had taken custody, housing the fragments in climate-controlled vaults to prevent further decay. The real breakthrough came decades later, in the 1950s, when physicist Derek de Solla Price initiated a formal study. Using gamma radiography, he revealed an intricate system of gears, over 30 in total, hidden within the corrosion. This was no simple artifact. It was an analog computer designed to predict astronomical positions. Dating the mechanism proved a cornerstone of the investigations. Through epigraphic analysis of inscriptions on the device and comparative studies with known Hellenistic artifacts, researchers pinpointed its creation to around 150 to 100 BCE. Imagine scholars poring over faded Greek script under magnifying glasses, cross-referencing with ancient texts from Rhodes or Corinth, the room filled with the scent of aged paper and ink. The methodology was rigorous. Carbon dating of associated wood fragments from the wreck corroborated this timeline, aligning with the ship's estimated sinking around 70-60 BCE. Publications proliferated. Price's seminal 1974 paper in Scientific American detailed the gear trains, describing how they modeled the irregular motions of the moon and planets. Modern reconstructions, starting with Price's own model and advancing to Michael Wright's 2000s versions, brought the device to life. These replicas, crafted with precision engineering, demonstrated its functions: dials for the zodiac, calendars, and even eclipse predictions via the Saros cycle, a 223 lunar month period for forecasting solar and lunar eclipses. The Saros cycle gears were particularly revelatory. Envision the slow, methodical turning of brass wheels in a dimly lit workshop, each cog representing celestial mechanics understood by ancient Greeks like Hipparchus. The mechanism's front dial tracked the positions of the sun and moon against the stars, while the back featured spiral dials for metonic and calippic cycles, 19 and 76-year lunar calendars, respectively. Scientific teams, including those from the Antikythera Mechanism research project in the 2000s, employed high-resolution X-ray tomography to map every tooth and inscription without disassembly. The atmosphere in these labs was one of quiet determination. Humming scanners, flickering screens displaying 3D models, and the occasional murmur of excitement as a new gear function was decoded. These efforts confirmed the device as an astronomical calculator, capable of simulating the cosmos with astonishing accuracy for its era. Publications in Nature and other journals disseminated these findings, emphasizing evidence-based conservation. No wild speculations, just the dry procession of facts pieced together over decades. Fascinating stuff. The gears of history turning slowly but surely. But not everyone buys into the official narrative. What if there's more to this mechanism than meets the eye? Up next, we dive into the skeptical theories that challenge everything we've just heard. Stay tuned, folks. This is Unexplained History. We've delved into the shadowy depths of the Antikythera Mechanism's discovery, the rusted gears whispering secrets from a sunken wreck. But what if the true mystery isn't in the unknown, but in the overlooked brilliance of ancient minds? In this segment, The Rational Eye, we sharpen our focus on the skeptical perspective, a blade of reason cutting through the fog of speculation. Let's turn to our narrator for a clear-eyed analysis of how this device embodies the pinnacle of Hellenistic engineering, not some extraterrestrial enigma. Imagine a workshop in ancient Greece, not a dim cave of mystery, but a bustling hub of intellect where bronze gleams under the Mediterranean sun and scholars scribble calculations on wax tablets. The air hums with the clink of tools and the murmur of debates, mathematicians arguing over the paths of planets, engineers sketching gears that mimic the heavens. This is the world that birthed the Antikythera Mechanism, a device not of alien origin, but a testament to human ingenuity at its sharpest. Skeptics argue with rigorous evidence that it represents the fusion of Greek mathematical astronomy and Babylonian astronomical cycles, a harmonious blend of observation and prediction. Picture the device's intricate dials, one tracking the sun and moon's positions with uncanny precision, another forecasting eclipses using the Saros cycle, a 223 lunar month pattern borrowed from Babylonian tablets. No mysticism here, just cold, calculated mechanics. The gears, corroded yet eloquent, reveal epicyclic gearing, a concept Hipparchus might have pioneered, allowing the simulation of irregular planetary motions. It's analytical brilliance, not otherworldly intervention. Now consider the mechanics with clarity and rigor. No room for haze. The main gear train models the geocentric universe, with pointers indicating calendar dates, Olympic Games cycles, and even the Metonic cycle for lunisolar synchronization. It's a portable cosmos, driven by a single crank, outputting predictions that aligned with observed skies. Skeptical reconstructions using X-rays and CT scans reveal slotted gears compensating for the moon's elliptical orbit, a feat of precision engineering that rivals medieval clockwork, yet predates it by over a millennium. This isn't alien tech, it's the product of iterative Greek innovation, building on Aristarchus's heliocentric hints and Ptolemy's later models. The atmosphere of discovery? Not eerie whispers, but the sharp crack of revelation in modern labs, where scientists piece together fragments, feeling the intellectual thrill of connecting dots across centuries. In this rational view, the mechanism demystifies the past, showcasing how Hellenistic minds grasped the universe's rhythms through math and metal, proving that wonder lies in human achievement, not the stars' secrets. There you have it, a grounded scientific lens on the Antikythera Mechanism, revealing it as a masterpiece of ancient engineering rather than an otherworldly artifact. But what if reason alone can't explain everything? Up next, we shift gears into the realm of the unexplained with the paranormal theories, where speculation runs wild. Stay tuned as we explore if this device could indeed be evidence of something beyond our understanding. We've just explored the skeptical side of the Antikythera Mechanism, the rational explanations that try to ground this ancient wonder in the known history of human ingenuity. But what if there's more to it? What if this device whispers of secrets lost to time? Or perhaps origins beyond our world? Let's step into the unknown with an open mind and entertain the fringe theories that keep the mystery alive. Imagine the dim glow of an underwater cavern where shadows dance like forgotten memories across rusted bronze gears. The Antikythera Mechanism, pulled from the depths off a Greek island, isn't just a relic. It's an enigma that defies the timeline of history. While skeptics point to ancient Greek astronomers, believers whisper of something far more extraordinary: lost technologies from civilizations long erased by cataclysm, or even influences from beyond the stars. Picture it: an advanced society, perhaps the fabled Atlantis, crafting devices that map the heavens with precision we still marvel at today. The mechanism's intricate dials predict eclipses, track planetary movements, feats that seem isolated, almost alien in the annals of antiquity. Why does nothing like it appear elsewhere? Could a great flood or earthquake have swallowed the knowledge, leaving this sole survivor as a tantalizing clue? Delve deeper into the fringe, and the theories grow even more evocative. Some speculate non-human hands at work, ancient aliens seeding human progress with gifts of forbidden knowledge. Envision extraterrestrial visitors, their ships hovering over Bronze Age forges, imparting designs that mimicked the cosmos itself. The mechanism's complexity, with over 30 meshing gears, echoes the precision of modern clockwork, yet it predates such inventions by millennia. Is it evidence of interstellar contact, a tool left behind to guide humanity through the cycles of time? Or perhaps time travelers, slipping through the veils of eras, dropping artifacts that bend our understanding of progress? The air thickens with possibility, a chill running down your spine as you consider: what if this device was never meant for ancient eyes, but planted as a message for us, here and now? These ideas aren't mere fantasy. They capture the imagination like a siren's call from the deep. Feel the weight of mystery in your hands, the corroded metal cool against your skin, gears clicking like whispers from another world. Proponents argue the isolation of the mechanism in historical records suggests suppression or a deliberate hiding of advanced lore. Occult theories weave in tales of secret societies guarding esoteric wisdom, passed down through shadowed rituals. The mechanism's ability to model the irregular orbit of the moon using epicyclic gears feels too prescient, too otherworldly. In the quiet of night, under a starlit sky, these speculative notions stir a respectful curiosity, a reminder that history might hold pockets of the impossible, waiting to be rediscovered. They contribute to the device's enduring mystique, inviting us to question: what else have we lost, or perhaps never truly understood? As we entertain these impossible explanations, the atmosphere grows eerie, charged with the thrill of the unknown. Shadows lengthen, and the mind wanders to vast, uncharted realms, civilizations that rose and fell before recorded time, or beings from distant galaxies sharing their celestial maps. The Antikythera Mechanism stands as a bridge between the tangible and the ethereal, its dials a silent testament to wonders that defy explanation. In this space of open-minded exploration, we feel the pull of mystery, a seductive dance between fact and fantasy that keeps the flame of curiosity burning bright. Fascinating theories that stretch the boundaries of what we think we know. Whether you lean skeptical or embrace the paranormal, the Antikythera Mechanism continues to intrigue. Up next, we explore its cultural legacy, how this ancient puzzle has influenced art, science, and the human quest for understanding. Stay with us. Imagine holding a piece of ancient ingenuity that upends everything we thought we knew about the past. The Antikythera Mechanism isn't just a relic, it's a revolution in bronze and gears. In this segment, we reflect on its enduring legacy, how it continues to challenge our view of history and inspire wonder today. Picture this: a dimly lit museum hall in Athens, where the air hums with quiet reverence. There, behind tempered glass, rests the Antikythera Mechanism, corroded fragments of what was once a masterpiece of ancient engineering. Discovered over a century ago from the depths of the Aegean Sea, this device has reshaped our understanding of ancient technology. No longer do we see the Greeks as mere philosophers pondering the stars. They were inventors, crafting machines that predicted eclipses and tracked celestial bodies with astonishing precision. It's as if we've uncovered a lost chapter in the book of human progress, one that whispers, "The ancients were far more advanced than you ever imagined." This revelation hit like a thunderbolt in the scientific community. Historians and astronomers alike were forced to rewrite timelines, acknowledging that sophisticated geared mechanisms existed 2,000 years before the Renaissance clockmakers we once credited with such innovations. The psychological impact, profound. It challenges the linear narrative of technological evolution, that smug assumption that we've steadily climbed from primitive tools to modern marvels. Instead, it suggests cycles of knowledge, where brilliance blooms and then fades into obscurity, only to be rediscovered eons later. Envision the quiet thrill of researchers piecing together its story, their fingers tracing digital models under fluorescent lights, hearts pounding with each new insight. In films and novels, it appears as a motif for hidden knowledge. Think Indiana Jones meets ancient aliens, though grounded in real history. Its modern status? Secure in Athens, with high-tech replicas touring globally, ensuring its legacy endures. But the true impact is introspective. It forces us to question, what other wonders lie buried, waiting to shatter our assumptions about human capability? The Antikythera Mechanism isn't just a relic, it's a mirror, reflecting our endless quest for understanding amid the vast, starry unknown. The legacy of the Antikythera Mechanism leaves us pondering the depths of ancient wisdom and our place in the continuum of discovery. But as we reflect on its impact, it's time to wrap up our journey. Next, we head into the conclusion, where we'll tie together the threads of this unexplained marvel. As we draw this episode to a close, let's linger a moment longer in the shadows of antiquity. The Antikythera Mechanism, pulled from the depths of the sea, challenges everything we thought we knew about the past. Join me in these final thoughts as we ponder the echoes of forgotten genius. Imagine, if you will, the quiet hum of ancient gears turning beneath a starlit sky. The soft click of bronze teeth meshing in perfect harmony, mapping the dance of celestial bodies with an accuracy that defies the centuries. This is the Antikythera Mechanism, not merely a relic, but a whisper from a lost world, a testament to knowledge that slipped through the fingers of time like sand from a shattered hourglass. We have journeyed through its discovery in the sun-dappled waters off the Greek island, felt the salt-crusted wonder as divers hauled it from the abyss. We have marveled at its intricate dials, its hidden inscriptions, pieced together by scholars who pore over fragments like priests deciphering sacred texts. Yet for all our modern tools and tireless research, the core mysteries endure, shrouded in enigma. Who crafted this marvel? Was it the hand of Archimedes, or perhaps Hipparchus, their minds ablaze with geometric fire? How did such sophisticated understanding of mechanics and astronomy flourish in the Hellenistic age, only to vanish into obscurity, leaving no trace in the annals that followed? The mechanism predicts eclipses, tracks the irregular orbits of planets, even accounts for the subtle wobbles of the moon, feats that would not be rivaled until the clockmakers of the Renaissance. It speaks of a civilization on the cusp of something profound, a bridge between myth and science, where gods and gears intertwined. But wars raged, libraries burned, empires crumbled, and with them, this pinnacle of ingenuity was consigned to the deep. The challenges that surround it are not just puzzles of corrosion and reconstruction. They are profound questions about the fragility of human achievement. Consider the implications, dear listener. In the rust-flecked cogs of Antikythera, we glimpse the limits of our historical understanding, vast oceans of knowledge lost to catastrophe, forgetfulness, or deliberate erasure. What forgotten libraries lie buried under desert sands or submerged in forgotten wrecks? What inventions, what philosophies, what cures were conceived in brilliant minds only to be extinguished before they could illuminate the world? The mechanism invites us to meditate on these shadows, to feel the weight of time's relentless tide washing away the footprints of our ancestors. It reminds us that progress is not a straight line, but a fragile thread, easily severed by the scissors of fate. In its silent mechanisms, we hear a philosophical echo. Humanity's greatest triumphs are but whispers against the vastness of oblivion. As the sun sets on our exploration, let this haunting question linger in the quiet corners of your mind. What else might humanity have lost to time? Ponder it in the stillness of the night as the stars wheel overhead, indifferent to our quests for truth. That concludes our investigation into this mystery. I'm Tom Mackenzie. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave us a review. And remember to visit unexplained.co for the photos we discussed today. Until next time, keep looking for the truth.